Is this out of whack? I'm going to blame it on Mookie. He must have bumped the tripod. Sure, blame the cat. Good afternoon, everybody. Almost time once again for Strat-O-Matic baseball. 1966 full season replay. Today we've got the Cincinnati Reds at the Pittsburgh Pirates, the second of a short two-game series. The Pirates won the first one. And let's check in on the chat here. Hello, Frank. In Frank's game, the Reds blew it out 10-2. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Frank. Hi to Mike. Hello, Mangler. Mangler, give us a little info about you. You're one of the newcomers to the chat. Where are you from? Anything else you'd care to share? No pressure, of course. You don't have to. Hey there, Joel. I made it as far south as Eureka. Still very much the tweaker town it was in the mid-'80s. The last time I spent any time there. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. In MLB action, several teams are at the point where it's time for Chicken Little to go let Henny Penny and Ducky Lucky know that the sky is falling. It hit me in the head. We've got Kelly rooting for Pittsburgh today. Let's take a look at our starting pitchers. Jim Maloney, the right-hander for the Reds. Maloney on the year 4-5 with a 4.03 ERA. 10 starts, 2 complete games, one of them a shutout. In 74 innings, just 53 hits allowed, and his 95 strikeouts are currently 4th in the National League. Left-hander Woody Fryman takes the hill for Pittsburgh. Fryman is 1-2, 4.29, 5 starts, 3 relief appearances, 36 innings of work, 27 strikeouts. Okay. There we go. Mangler is from Brooklyn. Enjoys the games. Thank you, Mangler. And Larry, oh, thank you, Larry. That reminds me, if you guys haven't seen it yet, if you go to my main page and scroll clear down to the bottom where it says posts, there are several pictures there, several posts that contain pictures sent to me by Larry. There's Big Ben, London. There's Notre Dame, the Eiffel Tower, and Napoleon's tomb. So you can go down, click on those, you can blow them up. And thank you to Larry for passing those along. Really good shots, Larry. Crystal clear. You're a much better photographer than I am, that's for damn sure. That probably goes without saying. Because you're actually good, and I'm not so good. Here's the lineup for the Reds. Tommy Harper in right field leads things off. Pete Rose is at second base. Vada Pinson in the familiar 3-hole in center field. The kid, Tony Perez, at first base. Darren Johnson will be in left field. Tommy Helms at third base hits 6th. Leo Cardenas, the shortstop. Jimmy Coker will do the catching today, with Maloney hitting 9th. I'm going to refresh the screen. We're about 30 seconds from game time. I'll give you the umpires for today's game. Bill Williams will call the balls and strikes. Tom Gorman at first. Tony Venzone at second. And Lee Wire down at third. Williams says, play ball. Fryman's ready to go to work. Tommy Harper steps in. Harper at 213, still looking for his first home run as the left-hander comes set. And we're underway on a 4-10 right-handed shallow high fly ball to center field. Here comes Alou waiting and makes the catch. So a high pop fly to shallow center, one down. There goes my voice again. I still seem to be lagging. Let's see if I can fix my... There we go. Now I see Rose's card on the screen. Pete Rose leading the club in batting at 294, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. Switch hitter batting righty against Fryman, and here's the windup and the pitch. It's going to be a 6-10 right-handed fly to center field X. That'll be Alou again. This time on the X chart. Alou at 2E11. Here's the play. Alou on his horse. It's a 4. He makes a diving catch and comes up with the ball. I can't believe he caught that. What a play by Matty Alou to rob Rose of extra bases. That's going to be a web gem. 8X exclamation point. Alou went a long way to get that one. With 2 down and nobody on, the batter will be Veda Pinson. Pinson at 249, 4 home runs, 30 RBIs, second on the team in RBIs. Left-on-left matchup for Fryman, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 1-2 liner right into the glove of Mazeroski. So a couple of hard-hit balls, but a 1-2-3 inning for Fryman, and after half, it's Cincinnati nothing. Pittsburgh coming to bat against Jim Maloney. Maloney, you might remember, had one of the more memorable pitching performances this year. I honestly don't recall the specifics of it right now, but I remember it was a dominant performance with a lot of strikeouts, and it was a lot of fun. Here's the Pirates lineup. Matty Alou leading off in center field. His defense has already been on display here. Gene Alley at shortstop, the league's leading hitter. Roberto Clemente in right field. Willie Stargell in the cleanup spot in left. Jose Pagan will play third base today and hit fifth. Don Clendenin is at first. Bill Mazeroski at second. Jerry May will do the catching. Both teams using their backup catchers today. Fryman, of course, batting ninth. When making out the lineup, I had to look to see if this was a day game. I had to ask myself, why are both teams using their backup catchers? It's a night game, no real reason for it in a short 2-game series. But anyway, that's what they did. And here's Alou. Maloney ready to go to work. Alou at 314, no homers, 13 RBIs. Maloney into the windup. The pitch to Matty Alou on a 4-10 lefty is a grounder to short X. That's going to be Cardenas, a good shortstop, 216. Into the hole goes Leo, the play on a 17. He's got it, plants and throws in time. Nice play, Cardenas. 6-3X, one down. That'll bring up Gene Alley, still leading the league in batting at 374. 3 homers, 25 RBIs. What did Alley bat in the real life, you might wonder? 299. Hitting 374 currently. Maloney into the windup. 111 right-handed, grounder to short. Cardenas again throws him out, 2 down. And here's Roberto. Hall of Famer at the plate, Hall of Famer on deck in Willie Stargell. Clemente at 313 on the year, 9 home runs, 40 RBIs. And here's Maloney's offering. It's a 3-6 right-handed. He rips that into left center for a base hit. Triple to 8. That's going to be a long single for Roberto. Clemente normally not a threat to steal. We'll look at the battery anyway. Maloney with a +2 arm, Coker a +2 arm. So Clemente is 17. He's only automatically out on a 12. And they're going to hold him on at 15. The batter is Stargell. 291 average, 13 home runs, leads the club. And his 40 RBIs tied with Clemente for the club lead. Always a power threat. Willie Stargell windmilling the bat around from the left side. Maloney from the stretch. The pitch is a 5-5 left-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. It's the first strikeout of the game. And down go the Pirates in the first. No runs to hit, 1 left. And we are scoreless after 1 inning. Here's Woody now. 4, 5, and 6 up here for the Reds in the second. Tony Perez will start it off. Perez at 257, 1 home run, 6 RBIs. Fryman gets the sign. The windup and the pitch is a 3-12 liner right at Pagan. He scorched it, but right at the third baseman. And there's 1 away. The batter will be Darren Johnson. DJ hitting just .213. He does have 10 home runs, which ties him with Cardenas for the team lead. And he also leads the team in RBIs with 31. Fryman with the pitch. 4-4 right-handed. It's a grounder to short X. That's Alley. The Gold Glover 217. Here's the play. On a 1, he can't get it. He knocks it down, keeps it on the infield, but it'll be an infield single for Darren Johnson. Johnson with the base hit. Fryman with a -4 hold. Johnson no threat to steal. The batter will be Tommy Helms. Helms hitting .279, 4 homers, 25 RBIs. 1 down. Johnson taking his lead from the stretch. 4-9 righty. He loses in ball 4. A 1-out walk to Helms. Johnson takes second. And the batter will be Leo Cardenas. Cardenas, .234 average, 10 home runs, tied for the team lead. And he's third on the team in RBIs with 28. Fryman from the stretch now. The pitch is a 5-8 right-handed. Fly to right field, playable. Clemente is there. He makes the catch. Johnson will stay at second. Not willing to challenge Clemente's arm there. I should look at what it would have been anyway, right? Johnson 12. Let me look that up again. It's been a while. +2, so 14 -5, 9. Yeah, there's no way he would go. Jimmy Coker will be the hitter. Let's see, Pavletic's a catcher, Edwards is a catcher. Coker, actually the third string catcher, has not played much. He's just 3 for 14 so far, right-handed hitter. The pitch from Fryman is a 4-8 righty. He pops him up, left side. Pagan will take it, and that will retire the side. No runs a hit, 2 left for the Reds. And hello to Franklin Long. Franklin had to get some cold water. Hello, unmitigated. Mookie, well, Mookie's up at the top of the tower, as usual. And Jim Maloney takes the mound. Jose Pagan will lead it off for Pittsburgh. Pagan just .225 on the year, 2 homers, 8 RBIs. Maloney gets the sign from Coker. Here's the pitch now on a 6-11 righty. Grounder down to third, fielded by Tommy Helms. Throws across to Perez, 1 down. Here's Clendenin now. Clendenin batting .306. One of 6 Pirates hitting over 300. They're batting .290 as a team. Clendenin with 12 home runs, 39 RBIs, and his 26 extra base hits among the league leaders. The pitch from Maloney, 2-4 right-handed. Called strike 3. Williams rings him up, and there's 2 down. Second strikeout for Maloney. Number 97 on the season, and here's Mazeroski. Bill hitting .302, 2 homers, 29 RBIs. Maloney into the windup on a 2-6 right-handed. It's a liner to third, single to 10. That's going to be a base hit for Mazeroski, a 2-out single. Second hit for the Bucks, and the batter will be the catcher, Jerry May. Frank, are you taking Michael's place? Jerry May has not played much either. He's just 3 for 19, 1 double, 1 RBI. The pitch from Maloney. That's a 2-5 righty, and he loses him, ball 4. So a 2-out walk to May moves Mazeroski into scoring position. The batter will be Woody Fryman. Fryman's a right-handed hitter. Throws left, bats right. 3-11, fly ball to center, can of corn for Pinson, and that'll do it. No runs, a hit, 2 left for the Pirates, and we're scoreless after 2. I'd say it's pretty close, Frank. I'd actually have to look at the numbers. The replay numbers are pretty close as well. But what the heck, for the fun of it, I'm just going to look at OPS. Okay, Helms in real life hit .284, 697 OPS. Woodward hit .264, 652. So yes, Helms clearly had a better year at 66 than Woody Woodward. You were right, Frank. I'm going to put that on my list, unmitigated. Speaking of Maloney, he'll lead off the third, throws right, and bats left. So a left-on-left matchup, and here's the pitch from Fryman. It's a 6-8, and Maloney rips that one into right field. That's going to get past Clemente and roll to the wall. Headed for second is Maloney, and he's in with a leadoff double. Holy crap, look at that. Maloney trying to help himself out with the bat. Leads off the inning with a 2-base hit. That'll bring up the leadoff man, Tommy Harper. Fryman, a glance at the runner now, into the windup. 2-7 left-handed, grounder to shortstop, fielded by Alley. He looks the runner back and throws him out. 1 away, here's Rose. Rose robbed of an extra base hit in the first on a fine play by Matty Alou. Fryman's set now, and here's the windup and the pitch. It's a 5-7 right-handed. That's going to be a liner to short. Single to 16. Knocked down by Alley. He has no play. That'll be an infield hit for Rose. Stopping at third is Maloney. And the Reds have runners at the corners with 1 out. Heart of the lineup coming up. Let's see how the Bucks are going to play this now. As always, I look at the ground ball A's on the batter's card to help me decide. It's not the be-all, end-all, but it helps. He doesn't ground into many. They're going to bring the infield in here. Pinson and A. Bunner, among other things. By the way, Frank, I don't think anyone was really serious about the Woody being player of the game. It's kind of an ongoing joke, which was started by Michael, bagging on him and the catcher, Ryan. Okay, infield in. Runners at the corners, one away. Here's the pitch to Pinson. That's going to be a 4-9 left-handed. Pinson ropes one into right field. That'll knock in Maloney. Rose rounds and heads for third, and the Reds take a 1-0 lead. Keeping an eye on Pinson now with a -4 battery, not held at 11. Let's take a look at Perez's card. They're going to move the infield back for Perez. Fryman trying to get the ground ball here. Perez hit a smash to third in the second inning, fielded by Pagan. Here's the pitch now to Perez. It's a 5-8 right-handed. Fly ball to fairly deep right. Clemente backing up. That's going to be deep enough for Rose to tag up and score. And on the sac fly, the Reds make it 2-0. Yeah, exactly, Frank. Not meant to be taken seriously. All meant to be taken in the spirit of fun. Darren Johnson singled his first time up. The pitch is a 4-7 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike three. And that'll do it for the Reds. They settle for 2 on 3 hits and leave a man. And they take a 2-0 lead to the bottom of the third. As if you missed the start of the broadcast, in Frank's pre-play, the Reds blew the game out 10-2. Top of the order for Pittsburgh as we go to the bottom of the third. Matty Alou grounded to short his first time up. We'll start it off. Maloney gets his sign. The windup and the pitch is a 1-4 right-handed. It's a high fly ball to deep right field. Backing up is Harper at the track, at the wall, leaps up, and it's gone. Home run, Matty Alou. How about that? I'm going to check it, of course, but I think being a week, that's got to be his first, doesn't it? It is. That's the first home run this season for Matty Alou. And that closes the gap 2-1 now, the score. Maloney noticeably disgusted with himself there. Alou does not hit many home runs. Here's Gene Alley, 0 for 1. Hang on, I got to see what that crash was. It couldn't have been the tap. Mystery solved. That was the wind blowing the bedroom door shut. Crisis averted. Here's Maloney's pitch to Allen. 110 right-handed, grounder down to third, fielded by Helms, who throws him out, 1 away. Here's Clemente, singled his first time up. Maloney into the windup. 1-6 right-handed. Clemente lifts it to straightaway center. Pinson backs up a bit and makes the catch. What a story, huh? Unmitigated, yeah. The Guardians were dead in the water going into this month. And they're getting plenty of help from the Tigers, whose playoff position may even be in jeopardy now, although I think they'll make it. Here's Stargell with 2 down. Maloney into the windup. That's going to be a 6-8 left-handed, and he walks him. 2-out walk to Stargell. Second walk issued by Maloney. And that'll get Jose Pagan to the plate here. He grounded to third his first time up. Maloney out of the stretch on a 3-6 right-handed. Fly ball center, drifting over his Pinson, and that'll do it. Pirates settle for a run on the Matty Alou home run. They leave a man, and the score now 2-1 after 3. Favor of Cincinnati, to state the obvious. But I always forget sometimes I forget that not everybody watches, some people just listen. Try to keep that in mind. Yeah, and the Mets are another one. That's what I meant by the Chicken Little analogy. Then you throw in the Dodger bullpen, where everybody seems to be pitching underhanded. Arizona was dead in the water. They were sellers at the trade deadline. Now their playoff hope's still alive, although barely. Top of the fourth, it's Helms, Cardenas, and Coker. Fryman getting his sign from May. Here's the pitch now on a 3-5 lefty. Grounder down to third. Pagan will take it and throw him out. So Helms grounding out to his opposite number. And here's the shortstop, Cardenas. Cardenas flew to right in the second. Here's the pitch from Woody Fryman. That's going to be a 1-8 left-handed. Comebacker, Fryman gloves it. Tosses it to Clendenon, 2 down. 2 quick outs here in the fourth. And here's Coker. The windup and the pitch is a 2-5 left-handed. Base hit the other way, drops in front of Clemente in right, and Coker has a base hit. Fifth hit for the Reds. 2 down and the pitcher up. Maloney, a left-handed hitter. Fryman's pitch on a 1-4. Another comebacker. Fryman takes a couple steps towards first and tosses it to Clendenon to retire the side. No runs to hit, 1 left for the Reds. Some heads are gonna roll. Good song. I'm almost through my coffee already. Beautiful day in Spokane, 84, not a cloud in the sky. A little haze from the smoke, but it's not anything serious. Air quality still good. It's funny, it was smoky when I left on my trip. I came back, it was beautiful. So we're going to have just a slight amount of smoke today and tomorrow, according to the forecasters. Bottom of the fourth, Don Clendenon will start it off. He struck out his first time today. Maloney into the windup. That's a 5-3 right-handed. Grounder to the pitcher, X. Maloney a 1-13. Good fielder. Here's the play. On a 4, it's an error range of 7. On a 13, Maloney grabs it and throws him out. Nice play, Maloney. Maloney's helping himself with the bat and the glove today so far. And here's Mazeroski. Mazeroski singled his first time up. The windup and the pitch is a 4-6 righty. Lifts it the other way to right field. Harper is there, and quickly there's 2 down in the fourth. That'll bring up the catcher, Jerry May. May walked his first time up. Maloney set. Here's the pitch. 5-12 righty, grounder to second base X. That's going to be a tough chance for Rose, 217. And here's the play on a 4. A diving stop by Rose to his feet. Throws it just in time. What a play by Rose to rob a base hit from Jerry May. That's going to be a web gem for Pete Rose. So some fine fielding in this one so far. And through 4 innings of play, it's Reds 2, Pirates 1. A tough pitching duel between Jim Maloney and Woody Fryman. Fryman, of course, would come to the Reds 1976, I want to say, in the trade for Tony Perez. A very bad trade for the Reds, if you ask me. That was with Montreal, I believe. Just going from memory. I can remember reading about it in the paper and thinking, why in the world would the Reds trade Perez? Well, they wanted to move Dan Dreesen from third to first. Pete Rose had already volunteered to go to third base so they could get George Foster's bat in the lineup every day in left field. 5th inning. Top of the order for Cincinnati. Tommy Harper 0 for 2 on the day. Fryman into the windup now. It's going to be a 1-6 left-handed hard smash to third, fielded by Pagan, who throws him out. And here's Mr. Rose himself. 1 for 2, scored a run in the third. Fryman's pitch to the right-hander is a 5-8 righty. He lifts it the other way to right field. Clemente drifting over and puts it away. 2 quick outs in the 5th for Woody Fryman. And the batter will be Pinson. Pinson 1 for 2. Fryman's pitch is a 4-8 left-handed. Pinson lifts it the other way to left field. Stargell barely has to move, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Woody Fryman. We're halfway through at a 2-1 pitcher's duel. Maloney takes the mound. Maloney, uncharacteristically, has only 2 strikeouts through 4 innings. Fryman, a right-handed batter, will lead it off. The pitch from Maloney is a 6-12 righty, fly to left field X. That's a tough chance for Darren Johnson, a 4-6. Here's the play. On a 7, he can't get it. That drops in for a single. So Fryman helping himself with the bat with a leadoff single. Top of the order, and Matty Alou. Alou's home run, the only Pirates run of the game so far. Maloney studying the signs. Now from the stretch, it's a 3-4 right-handed fly ball left field. Johnson again, but he catches this one, and there's 1 down. Gene Alley steps into the box, 0 for 2. Maloney out of the stretch. It's going to be a 4-3 right-handed fly ball right field X. Tough chance for Tommy Harper, a 3-2. Harper racing towards the line on a 1, and that's down for extra bases. Harper headed for second. Fryman being waved home. And he's going to score on a double by Gene Alley, and this game is tied. We're going to take another look at that. Left field on the 1. Three outfielder, a double with 3 stars. Very rare that you see that, but there it is. Double with a 3-base advance. And Fryman helping himself out with his legs as well as the bat, and the ball game is tied. 1 down, here's Clemente, Stargell to follow. So Maloney in some trouble here in the 5th. Clemente 1 for 2. It's a close game, but Maloney has really not looked himself today, at least not so far. Here's the pitch. It's a 2-9 right-handed, a grounder to short, fielded by Cardenas. Looks the runner back and throws Clemente out. Here's Stargell now with Pagan on deck. And they're going to hold up 4 wide ones and put Stargell on. Maloney will take his chances with the right-hander Pagan. And heck, wouldn't you? So intentional walk to Willie Stargell. Pagan 0 for 2. Maloney, the full windup now, and the pitch on a 3-5 righty. He pops him up on the left side. Cardenas waving his arms, and he'll take it to retire the side. The Pirates settle for a run on 2 hits and leave 2. After 5 innings of play, we're all knotted up at 2 apiece. Well, thank you, Frank. Thanks for dropping in, buddy. We'll catch you on the next one. Plenty of games left. I'm going to grab myself a cup here before we go to the 6th. I'm drinking the rest of this green salmon coffee that I bought in Yachats, Oregon when I was on vacation. It's pretty damn good. Here's Woody Fryman now. It's his first inning of potential fatigue. He's a 6. And he'll be facing Perez, Johnson, and Helms. Tie ball game. Perez standing in from the right side, 0 for 1. Fryman into the windup, and the pitch is a 6-7 right-handed grounder to second base X. That's the Gold Glover Mazeroski. 1-8, and here's the play on a 6. He makes a fine play and throws him out. You'd expect nothing less of Mazeroski. Here's Darren Johnson now, 1 for 2. The pitch from Fryman is going to be a 5-6 righty, hard smash to third, Pagan to Clendenin. 2 quick outs in the 6th. That's 6 in a row retired by Fryman now. And the batter will be Helms, 0 for 1 with a walk. Fryman's pitch is a 6-7 righty at second base X again. That's Maz, 1-8, and here's the play. On a 17, he's got it, throws him out, and that's the inning. So 2 nice plays by Mazeroski in the inning. 1, 2, 3, go the Reds. Maloney rated 7 for starter endurance. Will take the mound for the bottom of the 6th. Wow, unmitigated. Good stuff there. Walter Johnson hit .433 in 1925 while going 20-7. The Big Train. For the Pirates, it'll be Clendenin, Mazeroski, and May as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Maloney ready to go to work. Here's the windup and the pitch. It's a 5-11 right-handed. Grounder first base X. Tough chance for Perez. A 4-17. To his right on a 13. Error rate. It's that 5. On a 17, that's going to be an error on Perez. And Clendenin reaches on the error. So error Cincinnati, +4, 19, held at 17. Clendenin, and he's going to roll for the lead with Mazeroski at the plate. He needs 2 through 6 or 12. He's out on a 10. 3, he's got it. 1-17, Coker's throw down. He's stolen it just by the skin of his teeth. Stolen base, Clendenin. That's number 2. 2 out of 3. You know, I thought he'd have more. Hey, there's Dan Port and there's Jeremiah. Or Dan Fry. Today in baseball history, September 25th, 1983, Bob Forsch of the St. Louis Cardinals pitched the second no-hitter of his career, defeating Montreal 3-0. Thank you, Jeremiah. I love that stuff. Absolutely love it. Oops, I flipped Mazeroski inadvertently. Here's the next pitch to Maz. 3-6 right-handed. It's a high fly ball to deep left field, backing up his Johnson at the track, at the wall. It's gone. Home run, Mazeroski, and the Pirates take the lead. We're going to take another look at that here in a minute. 3-6 right-handed, homer to 8. He throws the 5, and for Mazeroski, just his 3rd home run of the season, and that makes the score 4-2 Pittsburgh. So as I mentioned before, Maloney not particularly sharp today. We'll see how long they're going to stick with him. They'd like him to finish this inning at least, as he's due to bat 3rd in the 7th. And Joel points out Terry Forster's lifetime average was .397. I remember Forster, Joel, and yes, that he could hit. Well, now I got to figure out who's at the door. Hi.
Do you have your ID with you?
Sure.
That's what I'm asking. Just scan the back of it. There you go. And just a quick signature on the right spot right there. All right. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I didn't expect that. That was a package delivery. I thought it might have had something to do with what they're doing with the water, because I have no water from 12:30 to 2. Well, it's already after 2, so I should have water again. That was my wine club shipment. Yes, and Joel also adds that Ken Forsch also pitched a no-hitter. Here's the pitch to Jerry May now. That's going to be a 4-11 right. He swung on and missed strike 3. Just a 3rd K for Maloney. And Fryman will bat now with a 2-run lead. Right-handed hitter on a 2-11 struck him out. So after the home run, Maloney finally gets the K pitch working. And with 2 down, here's Matty Alou. 1 for 3 with a home run. 6-5. Left-handed is a high fly ball to right. That's going to be a single to 5. Double anything else, and it will be, a single to 6. And it is a 6, and that's going to be a base hit for Alou. So, if Alou had end power, he'd have a 2-home run game. And that's going to get him stirring around in the Cincinnati bullpen. Don Notabart begins throwing down there. And the batter will be Gene Alley with 2 down. Alley 1 for 3, an RBI double his last time up. The Pitch is a 310 right hand, and that's going to be a base hit into right field. Double to 4. That is a 2-star single. Alou all the way to third. So they're peppering Maloney here in the 6th. Maloney trying to get that last out. As Ted Davidson joins Notabart, a lefty and a righty, and Jim Coker out to the mound. I do too, Joel, yeah. I've been tempted to steal some of them, but I really don't want to do that. That doesn't seem right. Okay, Williams breaks up the meeting on the mound. Maloney will pitch to Clemente. 2 down, runners at the corners. 4-2 Pirates. Maloney from the stretch. That's going to be a 3-5 right-hander. That's driven deep to left field. Back goes Johnson at the track, at the wall, off the wall for extra bases. Alou can walk home. Alley can try to score. 14, 16, Johnson +1, a 17. The throw to the plate, and he's out at the plate. What a throw by Darren Johnson. That robs Clemente of an RBI. He gets 1 RBI. And that's the inning. Pirates, however, with 3 runs on 4 hits, they leave 1. And after 6 complete, they lead at 5-2. And that'll be it for Maloney. Due to hit third here in the 7th. Maloney with the 4 strikeouts. That gives him 99 on the season. I would have bet the house that he would cross 100 today. For Maloney, 6 innings, 3, 4, 8 hits, 5 runs, walked 3, one of them intentional, and struck out just 4. And it will be Ted Davidson, the lefty, coming on for the Reds. But first, let's have Cardenas and Coker bat. The water should be back, damn it. I like it. Interesting point there. I'll take the wine, thank you. Cardenas 0 for 2, Fryman with the pitch. His second endurance inning, he comes in with a 4-6, rolls over 1 to short. Alley has it, fires to Clendenon, 1 down. Here's the catcher, Jimmy Coker, 1 for 2. The pitch from Woody Fryman is a 2-6 lefty, and that's grounded to third. Pagan to Clendenon. Now we'll see who the pinch hitter is going to be. Pitch hitting for Maloney. They kind of need an all or nothing shot here. They're going to go with Pavletic. So Don Pavletic will bat for the pitcher. On the season, 273, 5 home runs, a dozen RBIs. Fryman set now. Here's the pitch on a 6-7 right-handed second base X. Mazeroski tested again, hitting it to the wrong ball player. 1 E8 on a 9. It's the error range. A 10 on an E8. He should make that and does. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds in the 7th. Fine play by Mazeroski, retires the side. And as we go to stretch, Pittsburgh 5, Cincinnati 2. And the knock on the door, of course, scared Mookie out of the tower. So now we'll have to look for him. And I'm okay with that. That's actually more fun than him just laying up there. Where'd you go, Mookie? Oh, I see his tail. He's in the window. Good breeze coming through, obviously. Hey, buddy, there you are. How come you didn't sign for that package? What do I pay you for? Oh, yeah, go to town on that. What? What? What can I do for you? Hmm? Come on. At least he's doing something besides sleeping today. Paw prints. Paw prints, Dan. We were talking about that yesterday. You missed it. Get some postcards made up. His picture on the front and a paw print on the back. I can just see me trying to fingerprint the mook. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's not going to be messy or anything. Bottom of the seventh, Ted Davidson, the left-hander, will come on to pitch for Cincinnati. Davidson 2-1 with a 4.5 ERA and 30 innings of work. He'll start off with the left-hander, Willie Stargell. Stargell struck out in the first, walked in the third, was walked intentionally in the fifth. Davidson with the pitch. It's a 2-8 left-handed. Single to 8. Ground ball to the pitcher. And on the 9, Davidson makes a fine play and throws him out. Stargell's bid for a base hit is denied, and the hitter will be Pagan. Here's the pitch from Davidson. That's going to be a 5-6 right-handed. He lifts it to straightaway center. Pinson is right there to make the grab, and there's 2 away. That'll bring up Clendenon now. 0 for 3 today. The pitch from Davidson. It's a 2-4 left-handed and just outside ball 4. It's a 2-out walk to Clendenon. Clendenon reached on an error and stole second his last time up. Davidson a 0 hold, plus 2, 17. He'll be held at 15, and he's going to roll for the lead with 2 down. 2 through 6 are 12. He's out on a 10. 6, he's got it. 1 to 15. Poker's throw, he's stolen it. So 2 steals in the game for Clendenon. The next pitch to Mazeroski. 3-9 lefty. Liner to third. Knocked down. Infield single. Clendenon stops at third. Runners at the corners with 2 away. Jerry May will be the hitter. Mookie Cam brought to you by Schaefer, the one beer to have when you're having more than one. Jerry May 0 for 2 with a walk. Davidson gets the sign now. The pitch is a 6-10 right-handed shallow fly to center. Johnson comes in and makes the grab. And the Pirates strand a pair in the 7th. No runs, a hit, 2 left. Through 7, it's still 5-2. For Woody Fryman, his 3rd endurance inning. Tommy Harper will start it off. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Fryman gets the sign from May. Here's the pitch. It's a 2-7 lefty. Grounder to short. Fielded by Gene Alley. Over to Clendenin. 1 down. So Fryman cruising along now. That's 11 in a row retired by Woody. And the batter will be Pete Rose. Rose 1 for 3. Fryman's pitch is a 4-8 right-hander. He pops him up on the left side. Pagan is right there to make the catch. Two down, nobody on. Here's Pinson. Fryman set to wind up the pitch. 4-3 left-handed fly to right field X. That's Clemente. The goal to Glover, 1E13. Here's the play on an 8, error rate, 7 on a 13. That could be trouble, and it is. That's going to be a 2-base error on Roberto. I should point out here, one of the things about Strat is in real life, of course, a lot of these high error numbers from outfielders were throwing errors, not fielding errors. And that does come into play on the computer version when you're playing super advanced. But not so in advanced with card and dice. So with a runner on 2nd and 2 away, Tony Perez steps up to the plate. Roy Fage takes off the jacket and begins tossing lightly in the Pittsburgh pin just in case. Fryman, of course, will be given every opportunity to finish this one. And here's the pitch to Perez. It's a 5-2 righty, a grounder to short. Routine for Alley. And that's it in the 8th. No runs, no hits, 1 left. And Woody Fryman finds himself just 3 out short of a complete game. In real life, both of these starters pitched complete games in this game. But it was not to be for Maloney today. Fryman will bat, leading off the bottom of the 8th, right-handed hitter. Davidson's pitch on a 1-3, grounder to second, fielded by Rose, who tosses it to Perez, 1 down. Here's Matty Alou, left on left. The pitch is a 3-7, fly to right field, playable for Harper, and 2 quick outs in the 8th. That brings up batting leader Gene Alley. Came into the game at 378, 2 for 4 today. The pitch on a 5-3, grounder to first base X. Tough chance for Perez, 4-17. Here's the play on an 11. That's the E range. A 3 on a 17. That's going to be an error on Perez, his 2nd of the game. So a rough day in the field for Tony Perez. And that'll get Clemente to bat with Stargell on deck. So Davidson will pitch to Clemente. Right-hander Notabart ready in the Cincinnati pen. If it gets to Pagan, that'll do it for Davidson. The pitch to Clemente on a 1-6 left-handed. Fly to straightaway center. Pinson backing up a bit and makes the catch to retire the side. So no runs, no hits, 1 left on. 8 innings in the books. It's 5-2 Pirates. Woody shooting for player of the game. And as always, I want to thank everybody for watching today. I think so, unmitigated. Yeah, or a frying pan. Fryman looking to go the distance here with a 3-run lead. Johnson, Helms, and Cardenas due up. DJ 1 for 3 today. Fryman into the windup. 1-8 left-handed comebacker. Fryman has it. Throws to Clendenin. That's 1. Here's Tommy Helms, 0 for 2 with a walk. Fryman gets the sign. Here's the pitch. 5-9 right-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And Fryman 1 out away. That's just the 2nd strikeout for Woody Fryman. Leo Cardenas 0 for 3 standing in. Fryman gets the sign, the windup. Here's the pitch. It's a 3-11 lefty. Foul ball left side. Pagan over by the railing, and he's got it, and that's the ball game. What a game by Woody Fryman. Pirates win it 5-2. Totals in a moment. Holy cow, I guess there's no doubt who the player of the game is. Attaboy to Mazeroski, 3 hits including a home run. And Alou 2 hits in his first home run of the year. Player of the game, though, has got to be Woody Fryman. With a complete game win, he evens his mark at 2-2. He gave up only 5 hits. He didn't give up anything after the 4th. He walked only 1, struck out 2. Davidson in his 2 innings gave up a hit and a walk, no runs, no strikeouts. Maloney takes the loss. He drops to 4-6. Thank you, Jeremiah. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Franklin. Thanks, Mangler. Pirates win it with 5 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. The Reds, 2 runs, only 5 hits, 2 errors, both of them by Tony Perez. So a quick ball game today, as pitchers' duels tend to be. Thank you, Unmitigated. And we'll take a look ahead on the schedule. Tomorrow we're going to close out June the 14th with the Cubs at the Giants. Chuck Estrada, oh my goodness. Chuck Estrada making his only start of the year, and that card is absolutely horrible. I won't even try to sugarcoat it. Ron Herbel gets the start for San Francisco. Thank you, Dan. I'll have to print up an Estrada card. In fact, it'll be his only appearance of the year. And that's about it for me. I think it's lunchtime here in Spokane, so I will wish you all a very pleasant evening. Please join me tomorrow. Thanks, everybody, once again. Take care and have a good night.